Kia ora. Welcome to our Holy Week retreat, Praying the Road to Calvary, being offered here in the Diocese of Hamilton in New Zealand. I also welcome any others who may be joining us, and a special welcome to those of you from the Diocese of Maitland, Newcastle in Australia. My name is Richard Shortall. I'm a Jesuit from Melbourne, although born in the Manawatu on a sheep farm. I am a roving spiritual director and retreat director here in the Diocese of Hamilton. Let me introduce myself in the formal way. Ko ruahini tōko maunga. Ko orua tōko awa. Ko katorika whanui tōko iwi. Ko hata Bridget tōko marae. Ko Dick Shortall tōko papa. Ko Colleen McElroy tōko mama. Ko Pa Richard Shortall tōko ingoa. Ke Melbourne, Australia, e nahau ana raho, tēnā koutou katoa. Today I want to offer you just a few suggestions that you might find helpful as you prepare for the beginning of the retreat. It is helpful to create some sort of focus for your prayer. On a table in the room where you usually pray, have something that will remind you that when you pray, you are placing yourself in the presence of God. This might be a lighted candle, an open Bible, a crucifix, an icon, a picture, a statue, or perhaps something from the garden. I've also chosen to add this purple stole, which is the sign of a papal missionary of mercy, and I am one of those priests commissioned by Pope Francis himself. It's also helpful that your time of prayer has a definite beginning and an end. By this I mean making the sign of the cross, or perhaps standing still for a moment and reminding yourself that you are now placing yourself lovingly in the presence of God before you sit down. When the time for your prayer has elapsed, take a moment to speak spontaneously to God, to the Father, or to Jesus, or to the Holy Spirit, or to the whole Trinity, perhaps mentioning the names of people or particular intentions you have in your heart today. And each day I will lead you in doing this. Try to speak, as St. Ignatius Loyola suggests, as one friend to another. What you are doing is, of course, no different from what happens when you meet a friend to catch up over a cuppa. You spend some time talking about the weather, the rainfall, the drought, the government, friends, family, before you enter the core of the conversation. And then at the end, you don't usually rush off, but you take time to say something like, "It's been wonderful to catch up today. I've really enjoyed this. We must do this again when I'm passing through Rotorua." And then I like to finish by saying the Glory Be. After your prayer, it is helpful to spend a few moments looking back over this time. We call this the review of prayer. You might sit down with a cuppa and ask yourself questions like these. What happened in my time of prayer? When I'm teaching groups in the diocese, I often say to them, let me tell you a secret which you must not tell Bishop Lowe. Sometimes the answer to that question is nothing. But of course that's not true, because our intention has been to place ourselves in God's presence in a very loving way, even though it may seem that nothing may have happened. That is not true. Something has happened because God has noticed the offering that we have made. Or we might ask, what touched or excited me? Was I energized or distracted? What did I discover? Write your answers down in an exercise book, notebook, or journal. If you do this each day over the week of the Holy Week retreat, at the end of it, you will have an important record of what has happened between you and God over these days. I hope that you enjoy spending time today preparing for the retreat. Noho arame kia kaha.